So it is Patchy Mix, a few weeks removed from a big win over Magomed Magomedov. I got to say, man, as impressive as your career has been, that was an impressive fight. I mean, as you sit here a few weeks later, would you say that's the best performance of your career?
Yeah, it's probably the best performance I've had to date. With the caliber opponent, obviously he was 19-2. Only losses were to, world champions and Raufeon Stots and Peter Yan. So, it was a good way to, a good win and a good way to win.
No question about it. And I wonder, too, just how much the win over Horiguchi kind of factored into the win over Magomedov, right? I mean, I got to imagine that was a massive confidence builder for you.
Yeah, it built momentum for me. So it gave me some confidence. But, I believe I could beat any man at 35. So, it just I don't know, man. Horiguchi was a different fight, just as all my other ones were, but it gave me some momentum going into it. But I know what I'm capable of doing. I've hit that same choke like years ago as an amateur. I got like 20 submissions between professionally and amateur combined, so it's nothing new.
Look, I know the mission's not done yet, right? And I'm not trying to get you to brag on yourself too much, but look at the context of 2022, right? I mean, 2-0 against guys with a combined record of 48-6 in their careers at the time you fought them. I mean, that is elite level competition that you're beating. I mean, this had to feel like, I don't know, a special year in your career, even though I know there's still more work to be done.
Yeah, it was a special year. It was just this was my building moment. This year right here to really get to the position where I could start striking. Start hitting home runs. I feel like I got the bases loaded and I'm about to start swinging. And I got a couple shots to hit it out the park here. So put me in potential position to gain a lot with obviously the interim title, the Grand Prix title, and the undisputed title all being right at my doorstep here right now. Within 2 fights, I could have them all. So it put me back in position, and it worked out well. This was a year where I really focused on my weaknesses. I really focused on a lot of things outside the cage, and now I'm training full time professionally. Like I'm not taking no days off, not cheating at all. Focusing on everything, and it's starting to pay off, man. This is my year, and there's no doubt in my mind I'm going to be the world champion.
It's pretty incredible. And I think finally you're getting recognition, right? Like I know you've had that belief in yourself, but I think finally people are really coming around and saying this guy is the real deal. Like, does that mean anything to you? I mean, does it matter what the public perception is, or is it really just about yourself?
Just about myself, man. I want to get notoriety from everyone, of course, but for me, the main thing is about myself. I focus a lot on how I do every day in the gym, and like the coaches and the people that are involved in MMA, they have their own perception of me. Like anyone that knows me, that's around me, knows I'm a killer. Like I've already been for months. I didn't have to go prove it last couple weeks ago. Just I was 16-1 before that with many finishes. I got 13 finishes now as a pro, with a lot of them in the first round. I think that was my first second round finish ever in my career, so I'm happy about it, I guess. But no, I think like a lot of people that really know me, like the hardcore people, know how dangerous I am, and they know I'm one of the best because they see me in the room, and I'm hard to deal with. So now to get it, it's all paying off to get noticed. It's a long time coming, but this right here, my next fight's my 30th fight between amateur and pro, and I've only had one defeat, and I'm trying to write number 30 with $1 million. You know what I mean? It's my biggest one.
I love it, man. You talk about that switch to being dedicated full time, no days off. When did that happen? Was that just the start of this year? I mean, you were always a great athlete.
Yeah.
You were in the gym. It's not like you were just half-assing it, right?
No, I wasn't half-assing it, but just totally quit drinking, quit going out, quit partying, quit doing stuff like that, I guess. And then on top of that, like I'd always go home, like my home state of Buffalo, in between my fights. Like I wasn't staying in the gym just constantly full time getting better. And like this last 365 days, this last whole year, I've stayed in the gym, constantly evolving, just getting better. I didn't know when I would fight after the Horiguchi fight, so I just stayed in camp. It was like in 7 months. Like I'd see Chris Curtis and them guys, Puna and Puna from Extreme Couture, all my boys, and they'd be like, "What the hell, Patchy? You're still in camp, man?" Like it was like 6 months. You know what I mean? I was just like there 6 days a week. every week, unless barring injury. You know, unless I was injured or something, of course I'd take a day off. But you know, I really changed my lifestyle, and I changed my dedication to it. So it's really paid off these last two fights. And I was kind of nervous going into them, so I knew I needed to change something. You know, I knew I needed, with the loss to Juan Archuleta and the way I dropped it, because I feel like I'm the better athlete, and I think I'm better than him. But you know, at the time he was a better conditioned athlete than me. So I got a little tired and lost the last couple rounds, but I dominated the first two rounds. You know, when I was fresh. So I wanted to focus solely on staying in the gym, getting better, and being able to have the cardio to push against these guys, because it was obviously 5-round fights against former world champion Kyoji Horiguchi, and then also former ACB champion in Magomed Magomedov. Like, they both have world championship experience.
Well, you certainly seeing the results pay off, man. It's been an incredible year. Now you said you got Stots up next, interim champ on the line, Grand Prix title. What do you think about him? I mean, look, he's a great athlete as well, but you just went through two great athletes. So, I mean, does he stack up? Does he provide anything unique in a challenge? What do you think about the matchup?
I don't know, man. You know, he's a southpaw too. I mean, he's got heart and stuff, and I don't know. We have a little history. You know, he was brought into the promotion when I was fighting. You know, when I had already been in the promotion. You know, I had a couple wins underneath my belt. Some of my opponents had pulled off like a week or two out, and Stots had wanted to pick up the fight, and I just never said yes to those fights. You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure I was taking the smart route, like barring it be a week in advance for, you know, entry-level money at the time. You know, we passed on those fights. But so he had the narrative that I was kind of running from him. So I'm happy that he made it to the final, so I can literally run right through him. You know, I honestly, truly believe that, you know, he is the toughest test in the division. But I think he's the best guy besides myself in the division, no doubt about it. But, you know, he's 19-1, and I have an opportunity to take out, you know, one of the best, I guess. So it motivates me, and I'm a finisher. So the way I'm going to win is by finishing you. So there's no doubt in my mind I can do that, and I'm ready to do that in 2023. Like, all my shots are aimed at, for my techniques are aimed at Raufeon Stots, his style right now. And, you know, I'm coming to take him out just like I did my last fight. And, you know, I'm ready to go.
I love it. I know you just fought, probably enjoying a little bit of time off, even though I'm sure you're back in the gym already. But have they given you an idea on time frame, on when to be ready, when it might happen?
To stay ready, though, just like I did my last fight. I'm back in the gym. I went right back. The main thing for me is I'm a huge bantamweight, so I got to keep my weight under control. I got to keep my techniques under control. Like, I don't want to get too far out where, you know, like, I'm not doing this every day. You know, I want to stay focused. I want to stay iron sharp right now so I can get better. I really want to focus on techniques to get better on. I'm still growing and still learning, you know, as an MMA fighter right now as well. So it's important for me to upgrade my craft, you know, add some new tools that this guy hasn't seen before. And, you know, I need to stay in the gym. So they haven't given me a date or nothing like that, but I'm going to stay ready. Because Scott Coker went on air after the fight. I think he did a post-fight interview, and he said he's looking to have this fight done in the first quarter, or, you know, hopefully, you know, early in this year. So I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, they just added a title fight coming up, so who knows when the schedule might change. Are you letting yourself think about Sergio Pettis at all, or would that be a mistake?
That would be, you know, naive. I mean, that would be ignorant, I think, you know, to do. I'm not thinking about Sergio Pettis. You know, I'm thinking about obviously, like, some financial opportunities I have with winning the belt and winning $1 million and stuff like that. You know, I'm setting my own goals, but I'm not thinking about Sergio as much as like his style or breaking him down as a fight. Like, I know he could be there. You know, he's looming in my future. You know, my path is to Sergio when I do take out Raufeon Stots. So I know he's there, but I'm not really looking at his style or breaking it down. I'm literally truly just focused on Raufeon Stots right now, and I'm just breaking down his tendencies, what he does, and watching his fight. You know, I'm not even sure he really won his last fight, so, you know, I'm really I'm excited to I'm excited for the test that I have against me. You know, he's 19-1. Think about that. Kyoji Horiguchi, Magomed Magomedov, and Raufeon Stots 19-1 back to back to back. You know, who's doing that? So, you know, I'm ready to dominate, man.
You said it, man. That would be one of the greatest Grand Prix runs in any organization that I've ever seen. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Patchy, it's been a pleasure watching you get this far. Looking forward to the tournament final as well. I know it's the holiday season, so I won't take any more of your time. Enjoy maybe a little bit of time off. Enjoy the holidays a little
Yeah,
bit.
we
And
are.
we look forward to the Grand Prix final, my man.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it, and you know, stay on the watch. This year I'm gonna be a world champion, so I'm coming for that $1 million.